the one thing that people are very unsuccessful with in today's age is changing somebody's mind. I'm just trying to offer it from the other side. And when I sit there and say, from me personally, and I know a lot of people like me, of the inflation and the prices and all the things that are going on and the wars in the world and everything else, that you can, not you specifically, but people can say that that has nothing to do with Joe Biden, when in fact we feel, or I can speak for myself, feel that if Donald Trump just didn't coincidentally drop the high gas prices under Barack Obama to $1.89, right? Because it just happened, right? No matter who was sitting in office as president, gas
Yeah,
would be
the
$1.89.
$1.80 gas under Obama's administration. Yeah, that was just related to the market.
It's not just a coincidence that
Dude, though,
all of a sudden
that's basic economics, that it's the market. It's not the president.
the
Okay, unless you
market.
indicate something the president did to influence the market.
So what was it then that dropped all this stuff under Donald Trump, right? So again,
There were lower gas prices under Obama. The $1.80 you're referencing was not under Trump. That was under Obama.
well, $1.89 I remember paying under Trump. So yeah, $1.89.
Okay, maybe that was the place you're in. I'm talking like the average.
Right. So
The $1.80 was the average under Obama.
so
At one point, I'm pretty sure.
the biggest separation of opinion is that you have under your theory, the president of the United States is just a like ceremonial, right? And
No,
he's
Bo,
either
no, I'm not saying he's ceremonial, dude. What you're not understanding is you have to demonstrate what specifically they did to influence these things to occur. Okay, if you can't demonstrate that, well, then I have no reason to believe you when you say that this was caused by the president.
right.
And by the way, everyone, Dean got a guest violation one day.
So, I don't, obviously the pandemic, I don't make light of the pandemic, of course. And again, like I say, I don't really like Trump's handling of the pandemic and some of the things that he said, right? And that might have swayed me towards, the Joe Biden in 2020. But when I sit here today and I see all of this stuff happening,
Trump being held liable for sexual abuse and business fraud and defamation, and willfully retaining documents and lying about it, showing it to his buddies because he thinks it's cool, and because even though he knows that they're still classified, and he says he would have declassified them if he could have, also like him, saying that he would walk on little girls in changing rooms and says it's okay because he quote unquote owns the place. Right.
Well, the problem that I have with that whole thing is you have Joe Biden, right, where you find these documents in boxes in a garage, and you have the
He
Justice
told them they can
Department,
search. He told them they can go in. And whereas Trump literally tried to hide the documents.
where the Justice Department is saying he's not fit to stand trial. Or he's not of the mental capacity. Now, I'm not a medical expert, right? But we as humans, whether you're a medical expert or not, have the ability of looking at somebody and knowing that things are not right, right? That the person is not okay, right? We can identify somebody that is having a bad day, that's depressed, right? That's crying, that's laughing. When you hear and see Joe Biden, it is obvious, so much obvious that without any medical expertise whatsoever, you know that something is wrong, right? You know that there's something wrong. And what that specifically is, I don't know. And I have no confidence in any medical professional signing off or whatever. You can sign off and say whatever you want, but I think the average person, if you look at him, you know that there's something wrong. Like, I know that that's not normal.
So again, there are many medical professionals that would disagree with you, right? Again, right, you can see like real issues as it relates to the context of Trump, right? Given the same standard, right? This is just what we would typically see given like people's age, right? So we see these same things in Trump. I can give you examples if you'd like.
So that's another thing that I'm a little bit on the edge of bout, right? So if I look at both of them,
Trump fell asleep twice in court. Trump mistook E. Jean Carroll, the person who's proven to have sexually abused with his ex-wife, right? While also claiming that he wouldn't have sexually abused her because she's quote unquote not his type. So she looks similar enough to, right, his ex-wife that he's going to mistake the two, but she's also quote unquote not his type insofar as they wouldn't have abused her.
so again, right? Yes, right. It's a slippery slope, right? Because I feel like I shouldn't speak on this pot because I can't put myself in her shoes. I can't. And yes, that is a sticking point. And believe it or not, people that are, we'll call MAGA or a Trump supporter, not too many people are saying, "Oh, I condone that," right? Or I think that
I hear it all the time.
what he do. I'm sure you do. But a lot of people that I know, nobody condones that, right? But I mean, at the end of the day, when you have to sit there and again, you're forced to make a choice between the two, right? There's a lot of things that now again, I call it the unluckiest president of all time, right? It just so happened that inflation, all the stuff out of his control happened, right?
Bo, I've already given you explanations for this. At this point, you're being disingenuous. Okay? I've respectfully given you the explanations multiple times. Are you truly this dense, or are you just trying to get me on edge?
No, I don't want
to be totally honest with you.
I mean,
I've explained this to you like 3 or 4 times, right?
Yeah,
This is not a difficult concept.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. I mean, I don't want to upset you or anybody, but I figured I could offer 2 cents because I am a swing voter, and I'm not that typical die hard, die at the sword for Trump guy, and I'm switching back over, and I guess those are my reasons, and I know you think that they're ridiculous, but
I went through and gave you my responses to the reasons, and you just repeated them. Okay, repeating them doesn't give a response to any of the critiques I posited.
Yeah, you forgive me. This is my first live ever that I come up and join, so I'm not an expert really at this, but
I'm not asking
really
you to be an
appreciate
expert, just maybe a response to the things I brought up, but it's fun.
No, believe me, I respect you. I thank you so much for having me up here. And thanks for listening, and I appreciate chatting with you, man.
For sure, man.
Yeah. All right, man. Thanks.
All right, y'all. Let's go to the next person. Everyone, please only send a guest request if you will vote for Trump in 2024. Everyone, we are just looking for some debates. Let's get this next person up. If you want to support me, as always, Venmo, Cash App in the bio. Plus, you can find it in my link tree if you would like to. Keep tapping that screen. Let's run it up to 100,000 likes, everyone. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hello?
You seem old enough. Are you going to vote for Trump in 2024?
Excuse me?
Are you going to vote for Trump in 2024?
Never. You
Okay,
only
for sure.
accept people that's voting for Trump?
Yeah. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate it. Let's go to the next person. Everyone, only send a guest request if you will vote for Trump in 2024, y'all. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Yo, hell yeah.
Yeah, are you? Oh, why so?
Yeah, I am definitely going to vote for him. Sad state that the nation is currently in. Sad state. Very sad. The overwhelming. I'm down here in Texas, and I'm right here just north of Houston. And it's definitely chaos.
I was just in Texas literally yesterday.
Nice.
Okay, no, it's not.
No, when I say nice, it's welcome
No,
to
you didn't say
Texas.
nice. You said it's chaos. You said it's so much shit is going on. I was literally there like 2 days ago.
No,
Right.
when I say chaos,
I flew
I'm
back
talking
yesterday.
about- when I say chaos, I'm talking about the way it used to be, as far as when somebody came here. Like, we're multilingual down here. We understand each other. We have nothing against each other. It doesn't matter where you came from in the world. When you have
I
a
don't
group of
no,
individuals-
dude, what are you talking about, bro? Texas definitely has its problems as it relates to how people view immigration there, right? Which is a lot more prevalent than say here in California.
Well, I don't disagree with that. We have a huge problem with illegal immigration.
No, you
When
have a huge problem with how people view immigrants.
No, I have absolutely no problem. This is a country
I'm not
founded
saying
on
you have a
immigration.
problem. I'm saying Texas has a problem with it. Okay, you can't
How
deny to
so?
me that, right? I'm not saying everyone in Texas. I'm saying the culture that is in Texas absolutely has that, right?
I don't know if you know this, but there has been a huge flood of Californians and New Yorkers that come to Texas
Okay.
because of what we do. With that being said, we
No, not
treat
necessarily.
our
Cheryl, thank you for
yes.
the Ferris wheel. Thank you so much, Cheryl. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
So what makes us different than Californians or New Yorkers when it comes to immigration? Because you do realize that the mayor of New York is saying we can't do this. We should close down the border. They are literally telling stop. You're letting people in. Our crime rates have gone dramatically up.
That's
And when
literally
the
not
mayor
it.
of
And
New York,
also, undocumented immigrants and documented immigrants do not increase crime. Okay.
no,
So,
no,
like,
no,
I don't know
it's
what
the
argument you're making there, and I don't know what the New York person would be saying if they did say that, because that's
that would
just
be
completely false.
the mayor of New York who said
Okay, I'd love to see
our
that particular
crime rate.
particular quote that says that it's due to immigrants.
You could about a week ago, you could probably go to the front page of the New York Times, which is a very
Yeah, I
liberal
would like to see it
newspaper.
be due to immigrants, because again, we can look at pnas.org, right? And that indicates undocumented immigrants and documented immigrants commit lower crimes than natural born U.S. citizens. I don't give a
No,
flying
no, no.
fuck what someone said in New York City. They're wrong, right? If they said that.
A
That's what the
Democratic mayor
evidence indicates.
who
I don't
has
give a
been
shit if they're Democratic. They're
who's
wrong.
who has been voted in multiple
Yeah, and
multiple
original, do
times.
I give a flying fuck if they're Democratic? Absolutely not, right? I care whether or not they're right or wrong. I will critique a Democrat the same way I will critique a Republican. There's no issue there.
Right. So my question is, how does New York citizens and California citizens become Texas citizens if this is such a bad place to be,
Oh, I
where
never
we are
argued
so
that Texas is
anti?
a bad place to be, bro. What I argued is that specifically there is social values in Texas that exist to a greater extent than places like California as it relates to negative views towards immigrants. That's what I said. I'm not saying it doesn't
I
exist in California. I'm not saying it doesn't exist in New York. I'm not saying it doesn't exist anywhere else in the country. What I am saying is that Texas has a problem.
we
I don't
do.
see how that's
We
an
that
issue
that
for me to
that is a credible
acknowledge that.
thing to say. We do have a problem with immigration when it's
Dude,
illegal.
I literally just said that's not what I'm saying, and you just said that again. Are you kidding me? Like, I don't know what's up with the NPCs coming on live today. Yo, Diane, thank you for the $26 on Venmo. Thank you so much. W for the $26.66. Thank you so much, Diane.
So I said, what's an NPC?
Non-controlled non-player controlled.
Ah, I got you. So please repeat for me what you said, because you said that it does exist here, but not, or just less than California and New York,
I'm
correct?
talking about like the social values, right? I'm saying there's a bigger issue with how people view immigrants in a negative context.
Well, as the way I see it, living here, seeing this, I do believe that the major issue toward immigration is the fact that they're flooding in and not doing things the legal way.
Okay, if you're going to
That
talk about people coming here undocumented, one, you can't specifically say that that's going to be the president's fault, as we had the same policy under Obama's administration, yet we saw significantly less people coming to the country, right? And then also as it relates to the context of immigration, right? You can't say that it's going to like lead to like this increase in the crime rates because they commit lower rates, right? And then if you're going to talk about people coming here undocumented, well, let's talk about why, right? People are coming here, well, because political instability around the world, because they're asylum seeking, right? Because of right the system takes so long to get here, right? On average, 5 to 7 years outside of the context of the asylum process. Okay,
right.
so like that's insane, right? I think we need a faster system. It should take no more than 6 months. 6 months should be the very maximum.
I will agree with you. I have a friend right now who is a native born Iraqi. She served our country, happened to be my interpreter, and she cannot get into this country. Someone who actually helped at a great risk to her life can't get into this country.
So insane, right? Like, I don't think any of us disagree on this. And this is something that Joe Biden is trying to pass. Whereas like repeatedly, Republicans are actively dismantling our abilities to make these processes faster. Okay, especially people like Trump. So like I don't know. I think that's a pretty common sense policy to make it significantly faster. That incentivizes people to come here through like more safe methods, right? Like through the legal
Right.
process.
But see, what I like I said, I don't really agree with the way it's being done now. As far as knowing, I mean, we are a country of immigrants. That is what we are. The only people who were born here well, are natives. Okay, the indigenous people. Okay, this country was founded on it. So I am a constitutionalist. I believe that this being a country of immigrants, there should be more immigrants. We should stay that way. However, down here, I don't see the way it's supposed to be done legally. I mean, there's people jumping fences and stuff. And if that's the case, that's fine. If they get caught, they're put into that process. That is the
It's
current
because
way
it's
that
because
being
the
done
system
now.
is unjustified. Think about it this way. Do you ever speed?
Yes, I do.
Well, why? Because it's like you don't think that the speeding law is necessarily justified. Same thing with our like immigration system. If it's not necessarily justified, then why are you like, oh, it's so unexpected to see people trying to violate it? Like, you know what I mean? Like people
Well,
violate these, but like, hold up, it's cutting out. Hello? Do you hear me? Yeah, people violate
yeah,
these
I can
things,
hear
but
you.
I don't necessarily see it in like this very negative context. Right? I also don't even think like I think everyone who's here who's not committing a violent crime, right, that is currently working in this country for a better life, I think we should allow for them to have a legal pathway to citizenship. Right? They're already
I
in this
agree.
country. The laws we've had have been unjustified. We can create new justified laws and enforce those. But again, I don't see any reason why we would limit anyone who's already in the country. And I also think that explains our intuition of why, if we know someone in this country who is undocumented, why we wouldn't be like, yo, I'm going to tell on them, right? Because
Oh,
we think they should have a legal pathway, right?
I know several that are undocumented, but in the same sense, I'm not going to turn around and like,
And like say
oh,
you're not
hey,
going to be
this
like,
person.
yo, let me call the government on them. You're not going to do that, right?
No,
Because and I think what I just said here explains that intuition because we currently see the laws as it relates to immigration to be unjustified. So them breaking that law, I don't really see that to be a bad thing. I understand why they're doing it. As long as they're not hurting people in this country, as long as they're not committing violent crimes, I don't care. The same as that would be for any other American citizen.
yeah, I get that, but what I'm saying is the fact that they have like, okay, our governor did you guys wrong in a sense. Well, I say y'all. I don't. Yeah, you're in California. As far as I'm aware, he's only shipped them up to New York, Michigan, things like that. Like, this is to me, this is not a national issue. This is a Texas issue. It's our border with a different country. We should have parameters that are national that the states can add to, but should not take away from. You know, at the heart of it, I do
It's
believe
still
that
it's
Texas.
actually federal jurisdiction to determine these
No,
things.
I know it is. I know it
Yeah.
is. But what I'm saying is that like our governor says, well, if you're here, we're going to move you here. If it's if it's uh if it's something where they're coming in mass numbers, then it needs to be taken care of in a fair, effective way.
Yeah, so then why didn't Trump try to help get the border bill passed, which he said blame it on me if it fails because he tried to get House Republicans and Senate Republicans not to vote for it.
Well, in the same sense, if you put 300 people in a room, you're going to get a common consensus, but nobody's going to like what's going on. I mean, this country has been playing off of political things for years and years and years. I mean, one of the best bills that we ever had was getting, having I can't Johnson, the Civil Rights Act of '63. Okay, that was, in my opinion, one of the best bills we ever passed. Do you know how long it took? Do you know how many people on both sides had to put their shit aside, and come to a common consensus? And it still wasn't good enough. It didn't. I mean, the Fair Housing Act should have been included in that, but guess what? It wasn't. So I mean, getting people on both sides of the aisle to put down their public affiliations to come together
Wait, but this is
and
his
eliminate.
values. They also had like a personal, like a solo bill for the border, and he said he didn't want to do it because he doesn't want to make Democrats look good. So he cares more about making himself look better than Democrats than he cares about doing something about the border. And that should
Oh,
tell you something, right?
well, no, it does. And I've always said, like, I don't like him having access to social media. I don't like him popping off at the mouth. I don't like him running.
Sorry, I don't
like
sorry.
him doing.
Crap, no. What? Sorry, I keep plugging. I apologize.
Oh, you're good.
Yo.
I-
Oh, hello? Do you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. My mic kept unplugging, and I just wanted to say, yo, Renee, thank you so much for the $50 on Venmo. Can we get a W Renee in the comment section right now? Yo, thank you so much. That's actually insane. Thank you so much, Renee. W Renee in the comment section right now. Please spam that, everyone. And Chrissy, thank you so much for the subscription. I appreciate it. Thank you.
But I do not believe that things are done the way they should be in this country. But you know, in the same sense, like if you've ever traveled the world like I have, you're going to realize that this country is not the freest in the world.
Oh, it definitely isn't. You can look
Other
at the
people-
Human Freedom Index. We don't rank number one, not even close.
No,
Same thing with the
For
Economic
our-
Freedom Index.
no, we are definitely not. But we do have some of the greatest freedoms over here. We do, in some instances.
What instance?
Well, we have free speech. If you want to burn the American flag in public, you have
Trump
that right.
actually said you should be put in prison for that.
And as a former soldier, I do believe you should. But that is currently our law.
Come on, bro. You can't say we're so free, but then literally you argue for getting rid of that.
But see, that's what I'm saying.
Like the
That's
one
what
thing that you're
makes us
talking
free.
about, you literally argue for getting rid of that. That's so crazy, dude.
No, I'm
so
not saying that.
patriotic to argue against the First Amendment, right?
No, it's not arguing against the First Amendment right.
That
just
is
don't
the First
believe you
Amendment,
should.
right?
No, I'm not arguing against the First Amendment
Yeah,
right.
you said
I'm
they should be
arguing-
put in prison for burning the American flag. That's a First Amendment right.
Yeah, I understand that it's a First Amendment right, but I'm not saying get rid of the First Amendment. I'm saying I don't want people burning the flag because I fought for that flag, just as you.
Oh wait,
probably
you could
have
say I
something-
don't want people to. Sure, that's fine. But I'm talking
Yeah.
about what people are legally allowed because Trump claimed that they should go to prison for a year.
Well, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of things that he claims that you agree with, and some of the things that he claims, probably the majority of the things he
Do you
claims.
disagree with this? Come on.
Do I disagree with what?
That they should be put in prison for a year?
I think that's a little harsh.
You think, bro? Putting someone in prison for a year for burning the American flag is pretty crazy. Like, I get you
What?
feel like they shouldn't do that, but like that one, that's freedom of expression. You have to be able to argue against your government, right? That's just like tyranny, right? For a government to limit its people from being able to freely express distrust or disagreement with the government, regardless of whether or not you see that to be relating to the soldiers, right? Again, right, I understand your view as it relates to soldiers. You take disrespect for that, right? That
Yeah.
makes sense to me, but I don't understand why that would mean that we need to send someone to prison because we're disrespected.
I don't agree with it. You like a year in prison. That is in excess.
Yeah, that's definitely
I would
cruel and
agree. I would agree
unusual
with
punishment.
a fine. I would agree with a fine. You know, I would
A
agree
fine?
with that.
I mean,
Yeah, fine.
that's still anti-freedom of speech, isn't it?
So, I do believe in freedom of speech. However, I do not believe that your freedom of speech goes without consequence. If I was to walk into a room and say the most offensive thing,
Wait.
to
So, do you think we should
anybody-
be able to fine people for saying the N-word?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I do.
Okay. You know what? So fine white
because-
people for saying the N-word. You know what?
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I do. And this is the reason why. Like I said, you're free to say whatever you want, but you're not free of the consequence. And if you happen to get your ass beat because you said the N word, then that's what you get. That's your fine. That's your punishment. Now you have no front teeth.
Bro, that's crazy. Yeah, I mean, sure, but like, yeah. So again, if you want to talk about free speech, wait, how do you feel about abortion? Do you think are you pro-choice?
Okay, so this is kind of a cluster. Personally, I don't like it. Do I believe a government, a man, or any outside entity should tell a woman what to do with her body? No, I do not.
So then, how do you feel about Trump putting multiple Supreme Court justices in office with the explicit reason of overturning Roe versus Wade that led to tens of millions of women having restricted access to abortion in this country, along with 13-year-olds being forced to go through pregnancies?
Like I said, I don't like that. Do I believe in cult? I'm not going to read the comments. Hang on. I'm going to stay engaged with this because I'm one track minded. But okay. Do I believe what again? Please repeat that. I got sidetracked.
Yeah, do you believe in Donald Trump, who put multiple Supreme Court justices in office with the explicit reason of overturning Roe versus Wade that led to tens of millions of women having restricted access to abortion in this country, along with 13-year-olds being forced to go through pregnancies?
The way I understood that was that he put those justices in place. I'm sure, yes, he did. Now, as far as what they said was it would be left up to the states. Now, I do believe that, like I said before, no government has the right to tell a woman what to do with her body. That's kind of a gray area for me, because if I had a daughter who was raped and she was pregnant and she said she wanted it, that would, tug at my heartstrings, like you were just assaulted and now somebody's telling you you have to do this. I would have
like you'd be against them being forced to do this, yeah.
Yeah. But in the same sense, it's like you either are or you're not. So to be honest with you, there's things in this world that will never meet consensus. This is going to be something that is debated, hollered about, screamed about, fought for. This is shit that's like, this is something that should be left to that individual person and their creator, whoever that creator is to them. Okay. But I would never ask for that. I'm never going to tell a woman, hey, I don't want to have to pay child support and have this burden, so get rid of it. I would never do that. But I'm never going to say, all right, you're going to keep this for sure. Like, I'm not going to do things that could possibly hurt her. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I'm confused.
About?
Yeah, I don't know what your view is fully. Like, I don't see how that was relevant to what we were saying.
Okay, so you're asking me about the Supreme Court justices. How do I feel like he stacked the Supreme Court to get rid of specifically Roe versus Wade?
Like, do you feel okay with that? Given, like, you're pro-choice, right? You want them to have the choice, but then you also acknowledge that he put people in office with the explicit reason of restricting access to this.
I honestly don't know anything about that. Like, I don't pay attention to the news that much. I really don't. I run a ranch, so I am more worried about living. And I understand that there's people out there that are worried about living as well. That's why there are folks like you who talk about things like this. You're worried about the state of the nation and stuff like that. I've already done my time on the government. I'm not happy with the government on either side. I'm not a Republican or a Democrat. I vote my conscience. So if I see somebody doing something morally wrong that I don't agree with, then I'm probably not going to vote for them. What got me on Joe Biden was the way we left Afghanistan.
Right, so what about Trump being a proven sexual abuser, proven fraudster, person who cheated on his wife multiple times, right? Person who said it's okay for him to walk in and changing rooms with little girls because he quote unquote owns the place. Someone who said that he would date a 10-year-old in 10 years.
I've never heard him say any of that.
Do you want me to play it?
I mean, if you're going to get hit for whatever the hell it is that they get you for playing shit like that, I mean,
no, I can play it.
Okay,
I got you.
Thank you.
Here we are. It's got to load. Give me 1 second. Meantime, everyone, tap that screen. Let's run it up to 100,000 likes. Share the live as well, everyone. If you want to support me, Venmo, Cash App in the bio, everyone, as always. Let me get to the particular part of the video.
Thursday night. You going up the escalator? I'm going to be dating her in 10 years. Can you believe it?
That's from a 1992 video.
That's from a 1992 video?
Mm-hmm.
Was that done in was he talking to another man? Like Clockwork?
He was
shit?
like on like an interview then.
Oh.
And then he literally talked to the 10-year-old. He said, "Can you believe it? I'm going to be dating her in 10 years." And if you think it's a joke and you think that's okay, that you're disgusting, because not you, the person in the chat said that, because that's actually crazy.
Yeah, personally,
Like if someone said that about your child, like you'd be like, "That's fucking insane." You wouldn't be like, "Oh, it's just a joke."
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like,
no, I'm not. No, I don't condone stuff like that. But you know what? I mean, to be honest with you, I'm 43. I've said shit that I know that as the 43-year-old me, looking back on it, I would be completely pissed off at myself for saying some shit like that. I have said and done some of the most vilest shit in the world in combat. It's not shit I'm proud of. Everybody has done shit like that. Okay? And when he is convicted of a sex crime that has put him on a list, that's when it becomes a moral issue for me. And I don't like that.
so
like I said,
so yeah. So why do you want to vote for someone that's been held liable for sexual abuse?
to me, it's just words. I knew that he was charged and convicted. I do believe that
He was held liable
It
for
was-
sexual abuse by a jury. So like again, it's not just words.
yeah, I think that was a what's the word I'm looking for? A kangaroo court. I really do. I don't
What
think
does
he
that
got
mean?
a fair trial. That it was
Okay,
although
so
it
then
was
why
a
did his
full legal-
lawyers not pick good jurors?
Because it was slanted and twisted.
How was it? The only reason would have been due to the jury selection set up by the lawyers.
Right. So you also have the prosecutors that were in there, and they can choose to recall jurors for specific answers that they gave, and they do things like that. And when the
Yeah,
jury
but
pool
they
is
have to agree
already-
that the lawyers have to agree on the jury.
Yeah, I agree that. I agree with that. But in the same
Okay, so
sense,
then
that
they
doesn't.
then the jurors just, I mean the lawyers just made bad determinations of who the jury should be.
Yeah, they did. But in the same sense, look at his lawyer now. Like what his lawyer flipped on him, which he's been proven to have lied. His own lawyer flipped on him, and he's already
Which
lied
one?
about him. Is the one that's putting all the shit about him now.
Which one?
I don't know his name.
I was like
He's-
Miranda Cosgrove showing up in the back. So like again, you don't know what lawyer? Are you talking about Michael Cohen, the guy who goes on live on TikTok?
I don't know. Is it him?
Yeah, if you're talking about Cohen.
I guess so. I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know his name.
All right, well, I don't know then.
Yeah, but apparently he flipped on him, and
All right, well, is there anything else you want to talk about, Rod?
no, I just come in here because you said if you're going to vote for Trump, get in the box. I was like, well,
All right, for sure.
the only
Appreciate
reason-
you. Good.
yeah, no problem.
All right,
It's
appreciate
good
you
that we
coming.
can have conversations like this on both sides. It's very appreciated. I'm gonna give you a follow, and
For sure, man.
I'll definitely be back.
For
All
sure.
right,
man.
guys, y'all have
See
a
you
good
then.
day.
You as well. Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you will vote for Trump in 2024. Again, if you want to support me, as always, Venmo, Cash App in the bio. Everyone, I appreciate y'all. Let's get this next person up here real quick. Next person, real quick, everyone. Yeah, we've been dealing with so many following glitches today. It's actually so rough, dude. I think we're fine so far. Look, this is good enough. You know, I'll take it. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Hello?
Hey, buddy.
Yeah, are you gonna vote for Trump in 2024?
Absolutely, man.
And why is that?
Because 4 years ago, my life was so much better. Everything, the country was way more secure. We didn't have chaos. I mean, today,
It was
watching-
literally a pandemic.
well, when Trump was a president,
4 years ago, today was a pandemic.
right? So
It was literally chaos.
it was chaos. Well, no, the pandemic was chaos, right? But now, why would we let Hamas supporters
Rich, thank you for the subscription. Thank you so much.
protest in our country? They support terrorism, right? I live
Wait, all the pro-Palestinian protests are not arguing for Hamas.
okay, but the ones that are being broadcast everywhere are
Okay, maybe because
why-
that gets more clicks and more views, right? I could talk about how some Zionists want to wipe out Palestine completely. You disagree with that, right? But am I gonna
no, I'm not. Listen, everybody's entitled to their opinion, right? But my whole thing is
you're entitled to the opinion that it's okay to completely wipe out Palestine? Get a grip, dude.
no, I didn't. I'm not talking about. like,
That's
the
what you
genocide of
said.
anybody.
That they're entitled to believe right after I said it. Like what?
all right. So on 9/11, because I lived through it and I lost family members because I'm from New Jersey, that was okay, right?
I never said 9/11 was okay. I condemn the people who committed 9/11.
Okay. So when we have people that do support terrorism living within the United States, that's my problem. I'm not against.
Okay, wait, that happens on the Zionist side as well. They support the Israel government engaging in carpet bombing of innocent women and children in Palestine. That's literally
Okay, so
terrorism.
when Hamas went in to a music concert and took
And when
hostages-
Israel carpet bombs little children and women, right, instead of literally sending in military operatives like we would if we were in the US. Like if you teleported Hamas members into hospitals in the United States, you wouldn't bomb the hospitals with US citizens in them, right? You'd like send in police and like SWAT teams and spec ops, right? You wouldn't fucking bomb the place.
right. So building off of what you just said, we're not animals.
What
We're
wait,
not-
what are you saying?
The U.S. are not animals. That's right. That's
Are
why
you
we
saying
wouldn't
are you
bomb.
saying Palestinians like are animals in a different sense, like other than
I'm not-
than us? Like
So,
what?
all right.
Wait, every one of us are animals, but you're using it as a method of dehumanization. There,
No, I'm not dehumanizing.
it sounds like you are. You just said
that-
we're not animals
No,
as a response to like.
Okay. Anybody that would peacefully do this, that's understandable. That's your right. In America, that's our First Amendment right. Like freedom of speech, freedom to peaceful protest. But when we take it to a different level and we're yelling "Death to America,"
Wait, but
that's
you did
Israel.
not just say that though. You literally were talking about right. We were talking. You said, I said, what if Hamas members were teleported in the U.S. Right? And you said, oh, we wouldn't do that because the U.S. isn't animals. So either you're saying that the Israel state government carpet bombing little kids are animals, right? Or you're calling the innocent Palestinians that they're slaughtering animals.
Okay, I'm not talking about innocent Palestinians. Not at all. I'm not talking about any innocent Palestinians at all. But can you agree, is Hamas a terroristic group?
Yeah, Michelle, thank you for the $5. Thank you so much. So is the state government of Israel.
So Iran, they support more terroristic groups than anybody, right?
Well, the U.S. and Israel also do that.
How does the U.S. support terroristic groups?
The Mujahideen, all right, the overthrowing of multiple dictators throughout multiple democracies throughout history to instate dictators,
Okay.
right? The U.S. has done that in plenty of
Right.
countries.
All right, and you asked me why I'll vote for Trump. Trump didn't support all that. Trump he wasn't sending money. Trump will be like, nope, not sending money to you because you support terroristic organizations. Biden, who's definitely crooked and has ties to China and everything else. That's
Wait,
why.
come on. Don't even make dumb claims like that on my live, David. You have no evidence to support
Wait.
that Biden is
You-
in bed with China.
You're trying to say so. Wait, so Biden and Hunter Biden are not in cahoots with China.
Can you give me any evidence Joe Biden is in cahoots with China?
I don't know. Why don't we stop making Hunter Biden's like texts and everything disappear?
Jared Kushner, Donald Trump Jr., Barron Trump. Now, can you give me something relevant to the president of the United States, please?
Barron, did you bring up Barron?
Are
He's
you
a
really
senior
this
in high
dense, dude?
school.
Are you this dense?
No, am I this dense?
I don't care about their children. I don't give a
No,
flying
you
fuck.
brought up
That's the
Barron.
point,
You said Barron Trump.
David. The point is, I don't give a shit. That's
But
the
you
that was
said
I was
Barron
bringing them up ironically, David.
Oh, Joe Biden brings up his kids all the time. Oh, my son died. Oh, his
No,
dad-
people were bringing up to him, right, and trying to remind him of the fact that his son died. You don't say that to be fucked up. If your son died and people brought that up to you consistently all the fucking time, you wouldn't at all have a negative response to
It
that.
gets
Your
brought
son
up
literally
based
fucking
off-
died.
No,
Okay,
because he always brings it up. So wait. All right, wait.
he doesn't bring it up.
So his uncle, who was a fighter pilot and shot down, was eaten by cannibals.
Yeah, I think that was nonsense, but I think there was broader
Oh,
context
so wait,
to
that
that
was-
I
that was
can't quite remember at the
nonsense,
time, but I do think that there was the broader. It does sound like nonsense, but I do think that there's broader context about that.
I mean, and that's all, and we're like.
I
this
mean, you
is
could
fucking
talk about
crazy.
Trump mistaking E. Jean Carroll for his ex-wife, the person who's proven to have sexually abused with his ex-wife. You can talk about plenty of things that Trump has said that don't make any fucking sense.
All right, let me ask you if you agree with this. So, the crime rate in New York is at an all-time high. People being assaulted on the subway, and Trump is being crucified for
Wait,
victimless
crime rate is at an all-time high? Source for that, please.
Source for that? My fucking family lives there.
That's not determinant
They're
of crime
scared to
rate.
go- That doesn't determine it.
That's not determinant of crime rate.
So my family won't take public transportation because of the amount of crime that happens in the subway.
That
But
doesn't mean it's the most it's ever been. He just got removed for community guidelines. You can look up historic New York City crime data, right? And if you look from the different years, right, clearly you're going to see higher levels, right, in the past comparative to now, right? That's undisputed. The 90s had higher levels of crime. All right, let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request. If you will vote for Trump in 2024, y'all, we are just looking for some debates, everyone. All right, let's get this next person up. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
50.
Are you going to vote for Trump in 2024?
Yeah, I want to save you from TikTok.
Okay. Well, you know that's likely going to be held up in the courts anyway. And even if it was the case that, let's say voting for Trump made it so that I didn't get banned, I would still vote for Biden.
He'll save you though. So
It's not about saving my job or saving my ability on TikTok. It's about saving us from a proven sexual abuser, a proven fraudster, an election denier. Wait, did you say 15? How old did you say you are? Can you answer the question, please? Okay, I'll just go on to the next person. I don't know why you just be quiet, bro. He said 50. Well, he didn't answer me, so. Yo, what's up? How old are you? It's like he's literally just sitting there being quiet. I'm like, bro. Okay, this person's not here too. If the person wants to send a guest request back, they can. By the way, and I'll accept them back. Did you get a haircut, Parker? Yeah, a few days ago I did. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
46.
Yeah, and are you going to vote for Trump in 2024?
Absolutely.
And why is that?
Because Biden ain't done shit but fuck us.
In
his whole 40 years as a senator,
I didn't
do shit. Didn't do shit but fuck us. As his president, even as a VP, didn't do shit but fuck us.
So
That whole Obamacare bullshit is a failure.
Actually, there were tens of
Name
millions of
one
people.
thing Biden's actually done for us. Name one.
So the ACA got tens of millions of people insured, which is a good thing. Obviously, it's not the best set of circumstances as it relates to universal health care, but it is better than the current system without the context of the ACA.
No, it's not.
But I can bring up
No, it's
plenty
not.
of things that Joe Biden has done.
No.
I can
What
bring up plenty of things that Joe Biden has done.
you are
Can I
mistaken
finish?
is them poor folks.
Hey, child. Can you be quiet, please? I just need you to shush real quick so that I can finish the statement real quick. Plenty of things that Biden has done, right? The PACT Act, the CHIPS Act, the Inflation Reduction Act, or the infrastructure bill that was bipartisan, the Build Back Better, right? American Rescue Plan, the $10,000 of student loan debt specifically that he helped us get, right? There are plenty of things that Joe Biden influenced to get passed in a bipartisan Congress in a bipartisan manner, right? That were beneficial to the American public. So if you'd like to respond to those things, you can. But I would also like you to say one policy you disagree with Joe Biden on that he influenced to get passed.
How the fuck did he open our border?
He didn't open the border, but can you give me
Yes,
one?
he did. He said, come on over. He said, come on over.
That's not opening the border. He actually removed 3.5
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Then
The Cato Institute
how the
indicated.
fuck do we?
The Cato Institute indicated that he removed 3.5 times as many people from the country as Trump did specifically. You might say because there's an increased amount of the population, but then that also disproves the idea that we have an open border. Okay? That's ridiculous for you to claim that we have an open border. Also, that's not a policy that you disagree with Biden on. Haley, thank you for the $50 on Cash App. Can we get a W, Haley, in the comment section right now? Yo, by the way, man, you can click the microphone in the bottom right real quick. I just have to mute you because you're consistently not productive.
Not productive. How do we have 100,000 a day? Huh?
That's not true.
Bullshit. Have you seen it?
Want to put money on it?
Absolutely.
How much money do you want to put on this?
How much you got?
Give me a number.
Let's do it. Show your proof.
No, you made the claim that there was 100,000 people that came in this country in a day. Immigration, right? Or illegal immigration. Right? I'm asking, how much money do you want to put on that?
Let's go. Let's meet in person. Where you at?
I'm not asking to meet in person. I'm not going to meet you in person. How much money?
All right, then stop crying, you little child.
I'm not. I said, how much money do you want to put on this?
I said, let's meet in person. Why the fuck would I bet over fucking internet? Let's go.
You're on
meet
live in front
person.
of 3,000 people. Why would I meet you in person?
Why are you scared?
I'm not scared. I just don't want to meet you.
Name one policy Biden has actually did other than the so-called bullshit ass infrastructure bill that he's done.
Sorry, my mic cut out. I couldn't quite hear you. What did you just say? Can you say that one more time, please?
Other than
Yo,
that
Daily 50/50. Thank you so much for the
other
flying
than
jets.
that
Thank you so much. It's good to
stupid-ass
see you. Thank you so much,
bullshit
man.
infrastructure bill that is doing nothing but compounding issues.
That's completely false. The bipartisan infrastructure bill was needed and actually something that Trump tried to get passed, said that he would get passed and never did. Jay, thank you for the $25 on Venmo. Thank you so much, Jay. I appreciate it. And A, thank you for the $5. Thank you so much, A.
Call them a racist for trying to get Mexico to support the wall. And
No,
yet
that's
you
not-
all
wait,
cheered.
wait,
You
no,
all
no.
cheered when
That's not
Biden
arguing.
did it, right?
No, that's actually not what I'm arguing. I'm not. I never said that he was racist.
I
right,
didn't say
because
that
he
was
tried
what
to
you were
get-
arguing. I'm making a point.
Okay, I don't see.
Is that
people
what
who
you
made
all
that comment.
did?
No.
Were you all celebrating as Biden got Mexico to say, hey, they'll help out, pay for that wall? Yet you all
I never
called
said that.
Trump a
I never
racist.
saw Biden did that, and also I don't remember anyone on the left
Yes, you
calling
did.
Trump a racist for getting Mexico to pay for it. They would call Trump a racist for other things, like him saying that the Central Park Five should have the death penalty even after they've been exonerated. Appreciate the boxing up. Thank you so much. Him saying only some people coming from Mexico are good people, when it is the case that, right, again, we have reason to believe a majority are, that they commit crimes at lower rates than natural-born U.S. citizens, right? That again, there are
Where's
plenty
your
of things,
proof?
like the religious.
Your beliefs don't mean shit. Where's your proof? The cartels are running
that was
that
what he
border
said.
fucking
That's what
scam,
he,
bro.
I quoted what he said.
The cartels
Appreciate
are
it.
running
Do you
that.
want-
No. Show your proof, right? You
you want
told me to
play
show
the
it.
video?
You told me to show it.
You want me to play the video? I think you've heard it. Appreciate the head mustache.
A video? A video
Trump-
with proof
Trump
to you?
said- Trump.
I
I quoted Trump.
Really? You all okay? 100,000. That's all you want to? 100,000. Yeah. You see that?
So you want to go
see
back
that
to the
video of
100,000 claim?
Rio
I'm down to
Grande?
bet on that.
Huh?
I'm down
You
to
see
bet on
the
the
video
100,000 claim
of the
again.
Rio Grande as them people are walking across?
Are you sober?
And they all cried that Texas is trying to shut them
Your
down.
mommy, thank you so much for the galaxy. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Are you sober? Sober?
Sober? What the hell sober got to do with shit?
Sorry. Are you sober?
Yes.
That's surprising. I can literally hear the ice. Appreciate the confetti. Thank you so much.
Ice. As in ice water?
No, I don't think it's ice water.
Of course you don't. You're dim.
Do you want me
You
to
don't
turn on the camera?
understand actual logic.
Do you want to turn on the camera? What is logic?
The sensibility to make
I just sent you an
common
invite.
sense.
Turn the camera on and then show me the cup.
What the? How the
Yeah,
fuck
show
would
me.
you
Show
know?
me. Show me. Turn the camera on and show me the cup. Hey, just turn on the camera. I sent you an invite. You can click the button. And I want you to show me the glass. And when I see that it is alcohol, right, I'm going to be like, why are you lying to me? Okay, you're day drinking, slurring your words. I can hear the ice, right? You're obviously not making any sense. You're not responding to any of my points. You're clearly drunk. Okay, officer. An officer doesn't need a fucking BAC device to just know that you're drunk. Okay. Yeah, go get your water and go change the glass.
There it is.
You don't even have your camera on.
Mine's showing it.
No, you don't have your camera on. You have to click save. You're showing yourself it right now. Did you just fill something else up? Did you seriously just fill? There's no ice in there. Appreciate the handout. Thank you so much. Okay.
That's not ice, bitch.
I couldn't see it. I couldn't see it.
That's not ice, bitch.
Wait. Is there
Can you
just
hear
ice
it?
in there?
Can
What's
you
the
hear
liquid?
it? Can you-
Pour it out. Is it empty? Wait, can you pour it
Nah,
out real
them
quick so I
just
can see what
all
color
like
it
they
is?
do. Like they always blame
Can you
Trump.
pour it out so I can see?
Y'all
Can
just
you,
run.
Can you pour it?
Y'all run.
Can you pour it out so I can
Why
see the
you
liquid
keep playing with
color
your
real
hair?
quick?
I showed you my drink. I showed you my ice.
I always touch my
Now
hair.
what? Now what? No, you don't. I've seen you
Okay,
1,000 times on TikTok.
It
You
took
don't
you a long
always
time to do
touch your
that.
hair. What
I do
a
always touch my hair.
bullshit ass artist are you? I
You
mean,
can
just
literally, you can
seriously.
see me every day touching my hair. I always touch my hair. I'll stop though.
No, you don't. No, you don't. You're
Chat,
full of
if you
shit.
you want to bet?
Full of shit.
Hey,
Another dumbass den.
for everyone who's in my chat every single day, if I always touch my hair, type 1 in the comment section. Okay? Like if I am literally always constantly touching my hair, I could ask my girlfriend's asleep right now. She
Oh,
doesn't say
like
no
your
to me.
little
She would
boys,
say
like
yes.
your little boyfriend wouldn't back you up. Get real.
I like how you're
Get
using that
real.
as. How are you using
Get
that as an
real.
insult? It's 2024 and you're using that as an insult. That's hilarious. Okay, so my girlfriend.
Number
would
one, I
completely
ain't got
disagree
no
with you.
problems. I got 3 gay friends, bro. We all understand. We got the
Thank you so
balls
much.
to fucking actually talk to each other as adults instead of fucking little children and little pathetic ass dims that cry.
You're the one.
Until
You're literally the
what?
one crying on my
Oh,
live right
until
now.
what? Until what?
You're literally the
a
one crying
woman
on my live
goes
right now.
into what?
You're crying on my live right now.
Conversed and has to deal with a man winning their competition. Did I slur them words? As you back trans men fucking women over in women's sports.
It would be trans women 1 and 2. Name one trans woman that is
That's what I
dominating.
said.
No, you
Leah
didn't.
Thompson.
Okay, so again, Leah Thomas. You said the name wrong, right? She's lost plenty of times. Okay.
Was what? 400th in man?
Give me one.
Was 400th in man?
Can you
Bruce Jenner.
give me one person that is
Bruce
dominating?
Jenner.
Yeah, so Caitlyn Jenner isn't even in any competition anymore. She's not in women's sports.
You said name another.
I said name a trans woman that is dominating women's sports, and you can't do it.
You got me on the name Leah Thompson. Thought it was Thompson. Okay,
It's
Tommy.
not. You have no clue what you're talking about. 1 and 2. Leah
Bullshit.
Thomas has
Was
lost
he
plenty
not-
of times. Okay, well, he just got a violation warning for hate speech and hateful behavior, so I have to go on to the next person. He's clearly not there, everyone. We're gonna go to the next person. If you want to support me, as always, Venmo, Cash App, Venmo, Cash. I hate this microphone. Microphone is the most annoying shit ever, dude. This microphone is so annoying. Yo, Joshy, thank you so much for the $10. Thank you so much. Holly, thank you for the $50 on Cash App. Holly, thank you so much. Again, I think that was earlier, but I just want to say I appreciate it. Holy fuck. Let me go on to the next person, everyone. But yeah, do tap that screen. New mic. No, this is just my old mic, but I'm using it because I was going to a wedding and I'm still at my parents' house. Yo, what's up? How old are you? How old are you? All right, let's get this next person up here. Only send a guest request if you will vote for Trump in 2024. We are just looking for some debates, y'all. Let's get this next person up here, y'all. Only send a guest request if you will vote for Trump in 2024, y'all. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hey, Parker, I'm 63.
Are you going to vote for Trump in 2024?
To be honest, I'm on the fence.
For sure. So, for sure. Dude, this microphone is actually so frustrating. Sorry, give me 1 second. Let me fix this real quick because
Yeah, it's fine.
it keeps.
Thanks for having me up, by the way.
Yeah,
I
just
tried-
making sure it stays in this.
I tried to get on
Should
Harry's
be
the
good
other
now.
night. I
what
tried
were
to
you
get
saying?
on. I tried to get on Harry's the other night to ask him the same thing I'm going to ask you, and then maybe you could talk me out the fence. I got a question for you first, and I want your honest opinion. Okay? I have something I call the Rule of 7. Have you ever heard of it?
No.
Okay, it's how I feel the country runs. And when I tell you the Rule of 7, you tell me if you agree with it, okay? And I want you to be honest. But think about it before you answer, all right? Here's how the Rule of 7 goes. The poor work and work. The wealthy exploit the poor. The soldier protects both. The taxpayers pay for all three. The banker screws all 4. The attorneys deceive all 5. The doctor bills all 6, and the politicians live happy and wealthy off all 7. You agree with that?
So I think there are a little bit more complexities that exist there, right? I don't think it's just like the bankers destroy everyone or there's some sort of collusion that exists. I think you're oversimplifying how the economy works. So there are going to be particular things that doctors do. Obviously, doctors bill you, right? If you don't want there to be bills that you have to pay directly, well, then you're going to have to do something through the context of an insurance-based system to the government, right? Like universal healthcare systems have around the world that have better health outcomes and half the health expenditure per individual, right, as we do here in the US. So there are definitely things we can do there to help that. Are there corporations that fuck us up and fuck us over and they like have financial interests to do so by lobbying the government? Yes. I'm against private money like in politics. I think that's ridiculous. I think that allows for corruption. I'm against politicians being able to buy money, right, in the stock, or I mean buy stocks in the stock market and insider trade. I'm against, right, the particular term limits we have right now. I think they should be shorter, right? I think especially we should have term limits for Supreme Court justices. I can bring up plenty of things.
Well, not 100% of all bankers and attorneys are deceitful or thieves. My point is, the rule of 7 is how the country runs. Absolutely is. No ifs, ands, or buts in that exact order.
That's just an assumption, though, right? You'd have to empirically justify each one of those points. And if I ask you for evidence to empirically justify it and you can't provide it, well, then the basis of the point is no basis.
Well, let me ask you this: do you agree the poor work and work?
Yeah.
Do you agree the wealthy exploit the poor? Like, for example, landlords gouging on rent payments, gouging rent.
They can be wealthy due to exploitation. It doesn't necessarily mean it, but it can be that way, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not saying 100%, but the wealthy exploit the poor. Would you agree the soldier protects both?
I wouldn't just say the wealthy exploit the poor. I think that's an oversimplification. A lot do, not all of them, right?
More
I don't even know how
do
you
than
classify
don't.
most.
More do than don't is my point. We'll go 51-50.
We need empirics on that.
My next lab you have, I'll give you empirics on that.
Okay.
Do you agree the soldier protects both?
Yeah.
Do you agree that bankers deceive?
No, not necessarily. Can
Okay.
some bankers do that? Yeah.
Not all. So you think attorneys deceive?
They can, yeah. But most don't.
Actually,
It's both are reflective on their profits. Banks, if they deceive, are going to lose money long term because less people are going to go to them. Lawyers, if they deceive, less people are going to go to them long term because, again, the reputation.
and you agree doctors bill all 6?
Yeah, doctors bill people.
Yeah, what I'm talking about is when you're in the hospital. And you
They
pay
technically bill
$18.
your insurance company typically, but
But I'm talking when you're in the hospital and you literally pay $18 for 2 aspirin.
yeah, I think it's ridiculous. Like, again, but that's a United States problem. That's not like a problem worldwide, right?
And
That's
the most
due to, I just
important-
told you what we can do to fix that. It's universal health care, right? Like like Medicare for all.
And the most important question: do you think politicians live happy and wealthy off all 6?
Do I think what? Say it again.
You think politicians live happy and wealthy off all 6?
Live happy and wealthy. Sure, in many circumstances, not all of them, but
How does a president go into office worth $3.5 million and come out worth $700 million?
that's not
Can
what
you
happened with
explain that?
Biden.
No, that's what happened with Clinton. Can you tell me how that happens?
I don't know how that would have happened with Clinton. Probably
does
books.
How does Obama go in office as
Books.
president worth $3.5 million and come out
Books.
worth $200 million?
Books.
Books.
Mm-hmm.
So while he was president, he sold books.
Yeah.
You really think so?
Yeah. Either that or it was after his presidency.
Yeah, I'll give you that one.
I mean,
Now
that's
it's your
literally
job.
you can literally see what the revenue is. Those are public documents.
Now it's your job to give me on the other side of the fence.
Sure, right. So Trump's a proven sexual abuser, a proven fraudster. He's been denying the election for the past few years with no sufficient evidence to indicate that he won. There were over 60 court cases that didn't indicate sufficient evidence to overturn the election, 17 of which had appointed judges specifically by him. So either he appointed corrupt judges that stole the election from him or he lost the election. Trevor, thank you for the fruits, friends. He also put multiple Supreme Court justices in office with the explicit reason of overturning Roe versus Wade, which restricted tens of millions of women from having access to abortion and led to 13-year-olds in this country being forced to go through pregnancies. He called for religious persecution, the complete and total shutdown of Muslims entering this country, right? There are plenty of things I can point to. Those are just a few.
So I could cut that real short for you. All you have to tell your folks watching that are for Trump is that if you cast all his 87 bad things against him aside and take just the essay of a woman, that by itself is enough if you have an ounce of ethics in your body to not vote for him. So save yourself a lot of time and just tell them that.
I do. Trust me, but I have to give other reasons for other people, but appreciate you coming up, man.
I'm voting for Biden. You have a great day.
Based. Let's fucking go. Based voting for Biden. Let's go. Yo, what's up? How old are you? How old are you?
Trump is better.
And why is he better?
Because he's so good.
And why is he so good?
Because he's sexy. You got to agree with me on that.
No one's going to agree with you on that one, bro. Let's get the next person up here. Only send a guest request if you will vote for Trump in 2024. Everyone, we are just looking for some debates. Do tap that screen to run up to 250,000 likes. As well, everyone, share the live. If you want to support me, Venmo, Cash App in the bio. Everyone, yo, what's up? How old are you? How old are you? All right, let's get this next person up here. Please, again, everyone, only send a guest request if you will vote for Trump in 2024 and you have not been up here before. We are simply just looking for some debates, everyone. Simply just looking for some debates. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hey, how you doing? I'm 34.
For sure. You're going to vote for Trump in 2024?
Yes, of course. Why not?
Well, he's a proven sexual abuser, proven fraudster, election denier. All right, you already heard all the spiel. So what is the reason why you're going to vote for him?
Who says he's all of that? Do you have proof?
He was held liable for sexual abuse by a jury, defamation by a jury. He was held for business fraud by a judge in New York. Right. He specifically has been denying the election. This is quoted by him. He still claims to this day that the election was stolen, and he has no sufficient evidence. There were over 60 court cases that indicated no sufficient evidence to overturn the election, 17 of which that were appointed by Trump, the judges themselves, and they didn't indicate sufficient evidence to overturn the election. So either he appointed corrupt judges or he lost the election. This is all documented proof.
Right. Last time I checked, if you're guilty about things like that, shouldn't you be in jail?
Yeah, the only reason he's not in jail is because it's past the statute of limitations. So there's basically, like, given a particular level of years, right, since an event's happened, you essentially can't charge them for that, right, in this context. So they only went through the civil court. You can also see, like, a similar thing. Like, for example, do you think OJ was guilty?
No.
No?
No.
Do you even know anything about the case?
Yes, I did. I watched the case, and the glove was too big for his hand. So the glove was too big for his hand, so he couldn't have stabbed him.
I would have to look specifically at that, but so if people say, wait, where did you get that it was too big?
I saw it live. So
people are saying it was the other way around, that it was too small.
Yes.
Okay. So you didn't know that? That seems unfortunate. Okay, like, I don't see how that indicates otherwise, but I'll ask you this question. All right. Why didn't, if it was politically biased, why didn't Trump get held liable for rape rather than sexual abuse?
Say it again.
Thank you so much for the glowing jellyfish. Thank you so much, Finn. It's always
say it again.
Yeah, if it was politically motivated and politically biased, right? Why didn't Trump get held liable for rape rather than sexual abuse?
It's fake news.
No, there's no fake news here, right? You're just ignoring reality.
People make stuff up all the time about Trump.
Well, then how was he held liable?
Says who? Says the media?
He was held liable, right, for sexual abuse by a jury, right? It's not just the media.
Which jury was it? The one in New York?
Yeah, there was one in New York, but you know what jury selection is?
No.
So the lawyers select the jury. So Trump's lawyers selected a bad jury.
No, I think the government in New York selected the jury.
The government in New York just wait. Sorry, say it again.
The government in New York selected the jury. It was not Trump's lawyers.
No, it's completely false. You want to bet?
All right, let's bet.
How much?
How much you have?
Give a number.
10.
Multiply that by 10. $100?
$100 what?
Yeah, I put $100 on the idea that the jury selection process was not done by the government, right, alone. It was done by the jury. I mean the lawyer, right, like Trump's lawyer, and then also like the prosecution.
No, it's too much. Just $10.
Okay, well then you owe me $10. Venmo, Cash App, bio.
Did you prove it?
Oh yeah, I can show you right now. I'll pull it up right here. I mean, literally, you can also look at the chat, bro. But look up how does jury selection work in Trump SA case.
Where do I look
read
it up?
Look it up on Google. Right, the first thing that comes up, right, is from Reuters. Lawyers select 12 jurors to serve in Trump hush money case. Right, that's for a different one. And then this is for criminal trial. Wait, hold up. Let me pull the one for the civil case. SA civil case. Sorry. Let me make sure I'm getting the right one here. All right. Do give it 1 second. That was the hush money trial. All right, let me see the civil court case. Give it 1 second. You have anything you want to bring up while I find this?
Who will you vote for?
You can find this on PBS. It's breaking down the verdict as jury finds Trump liable for sexual assault and defamation. That's from PBS. Look that up.
PBS?
Mm-hmm.
Can you send me the link?
No, I can't. The title is Breaking Down the Verdict as Jury Finds Trump Liable for Sexual Assault and Defamation. From PBS.
Okay, I need to read that first with my own eyes. I can't just take with whatever you're saying.
I know. That's why I just told you the title to look it up.
All right, I will.
I'm giving you the ability to find it. Like, I can't send you a link because the chat doesn't allow me to do that. They should give me the ability to like message links.
Who will you vote for?
Biden.
And why is that?
Because he's not a proven sexual abuser. He's not a proven fraudster. He hasn't been denying the election for the past years with no sufficient evidence. He didn't put multiple Supreme Court justices in office with the explicit reason to overturn the election. To overturn Roe versus Wade that led to tens of millions of people in this country having restricted access to abortion. He didn't pass a tax cut bill that took money from poor people, gave it to rich people. Right? He didn't engage in religious persecution, calling for the complete total shutdown of Muslims entering the country. Right? There are plenty of reasons.
I think you're covering it up.
Covering what up?
On why you really want to vote for Biden.
What's the real reason? Tell me.
I think because Trump is a Christian and he believes in God. And
did you know Joe Biden's a Christian?
Is he?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Nice point, dude.
Yeah,
really solid point.
I think it's because you're anti-God.
Solid point, because both of them are Christian. Solid point.
Really? No, that's not true. That's not true.
Biden goes to church more than Trump does.
I never heard Biden mention God or anything like that.
He has, you just don't watch him.
Never.
also separates religion from his politics a lot more.
No, those are lies. Those are lies.
I'm not lying at all, right? I'm being totally real. Like, I mean, anyone who's involved in politics knows I'm right. So, like, you can sit there and deny that, but everyone who's actually involved knows I'm right, telling the truth.
Biden does not have any Christian values at all.
Really?
No, not at all.
And Trump does when he cheated on his wife multiple times, when he sexually abused a woman, right, and lied about it, right? When he consistently lies about the election. Yeah, those are all real Christian values that he upholds, right? Grab them by the pussy, right? Great Christian values that he upholds, right?
Every guy talks like that. Every guy talks like that.
Oh, really? So I think you're just projecting because I don't talk like that.
I'm sure you do.
You want to bet?
I'm sure you have said you like to grab a girl's pussy.
No, I've never said that.
You never said that.
No, I've never said that. I don't say like
You never grabbed
I don't say like
the pussy.
why would I grab that? What? That just doesn't make any sense. One, two.
You
Again,
never
if you want to
touched a
talk about
girl's
this,
vagina.
obviously I have. Two, if we're talking about this, I'm not saying I can just get away with it in any circumstance. I don't even have to ask. That's what Trump said. Okay. I think you need to ask. I think you need to have clear communication before you engage in sexual practices like that. It's called consent.
He was just joking. He didn't mean it. You know,
He wasn't joking, and also, right? Even if he was joking, that's still fucking crazy.
He's a troll. He jokes about a lot of things that people take
Are you
seriously.
trolling?
Huh?
No. What do you mean he's a troll, bro? What are you talking about?
He's funny. He's a funny guy. He says a lot of
You're
things.
so gross. So was it just a joke when he said that he would date a 10-year-old in 10 years?
Yes.
And you think it's an okay joke to make?
Those are called dark jokes.
Do you think it's an okay joke to make?
A joke is a joke. Don't you watch?
Wait, so saying that to a 10-year-old is okay?
Who did he say that to?
You want to hear? He said that to a 10-year-old in 1992. You want to hear it?
What did he say?
He said, I will be dating her in 10 years, in reference to a 10-year-old. Are you going up the escalator? Yeah. Can you believe I'm going to be dating her in 10 years? That's what he said.
He didn't say it to her. He said it to her parents.
And that makes it okay?
Television. In it, Donald Trump is heard making questionable comments about a young girl. Let's listen to that.
Soon. Thursday night. You going up the escalator? I'm going to be dating her in 10 years. Can you believe it?
See? He said, I will be dating her in 10 years. He didn't.
With her right there, she responded as a 10-year-old. And that's still disgusting. Even if she wasn't there, that's disgusting.
Stop it.
What do you mean stop it? Do you have children?
No, I don't.
Let's say you have a child in the future, right? And someone says about your 10-year-old daughter. Would you be concerned? Would you be, oh, it's just a joke, you know? Be fucking for real, dude. You're actually ridiculous.
You gotta lighten up, man. You gotta lighten up. Don't
just tell me to lighten up when you're talking about literally 10-year-olds, right? When you're talking about being literally like thinking of a 10-year-old sexually, like that's just so crazy.
I don't think he was thinking. They're just jokes.
I'm going to be dating her in 10 years.
What year was it? What year's what? 92, right?
92, yeah.
Okay, it's the 90s. Everyone.
This is around the exact same time where he sexually abused Eugene Carroll.
Who? I don't know who that is.
Yeah, so he was held liable for sexual abuse. Did you know that? Josh, thank you for the $6.66. Thank you so much. Oh my god.
Did he go to jail
wild Venmo. What's up?
Was he convicted?
He was held liable for sexual abuse by a jury.
Was he convicted?
Do you mean like in a criminal court or do you mean in a civil court?
In any type of court. Did he go to jail for it?
He doesn't mean he go to jail. He got fined $5 million for sexual abuse and $83 million for defamation. So $88 million overall for that.
Okay.
Thank you for the corgi.
The 90s. Who hasn't?
What's your birth year?
Who hasn't been accused of sexual assault?
What's your birth year? And lots of people. You saying that like people you've been accused?
No, I'm telling you.
Okay, so what's your birth year?
Every male celebrity.
Hey, before you keep going, what's your birth year?
89.
89. And you're how old?
34.
Okay, for sure. Yeah, chat. I don't know why you guys are spamming. He's underage. Please stop doing that. He's literally born in 89. What the